Get a Job 101. This module is understanding work and employers. And in this first section that I'm going to go over with, we need to understand what the employer wants. And many times in life, if you view things from the other person's perspective, it's much easier for you to solve whatever issue it is that you're working on. In this case, what does the employer want? The employer wants someone that they can trust with their customers, somebody who is going to be polite, follow instructions, someone who is going to take care of the customers like they were their own family members, someone that understands that the business runs on happy customers. And if you know that that is what the employer wants, then you can craft your presentation to the employer indicating why you are going to meet those needs. And I'm not suggesting that you make things up, but when you know that cleanliness and appropriate dress is important to the employer, then you can up your game to the highest level in that area, as opposed to over talking and trying to tell the employer that you know more than they do. You might win the argument, but you're not going to get the job. What is the employer actually paying you for? And this is a very interesting topic, because if every person that owned a business could do all the things in the business that were necessary to make money, they wouldn't hire employees. They would do everything in the business, make the money, keep all the money, stack it up, invest it, and then retire early, and they wouldn't have to pay for employees. But oftentimes, as a business grows, they need to have employees that are doing what they would do if they could do everything. So that's your clue. You want to be the person that is going to listen to instructions, listen to what the employer wants you to do, and assure them that you're going to be able to do the things that they need to do when they're not there to do them. Common sense is not so common, and employers are really, really interested in especially young people that get it. And when I was running a computer store back in 1994, before Google was invented, I used to tell the young people that I was hiring that I don't hire skills. I don't hire training. I don't want you to know what we're doing exactly. I hire the intangible skills. I hire the things that your mother and father taught you when you were growing up. I hire work ethic, integrity, honesty, promptness, all those things. Be kind. I can't train you with the intangibles in life that you needed to grow up and learn. However, I can teach you how to build a computer. I can teach you how to sell a computer. I can teach you how to do the marketing. I can teach you how to do cleaning, loading the truck, whatever it was. We have systems in place that will help you achieve your job the very best way that you can. And you might even participate in changing those procedures if you can come up with something better. But we do things the way we do them. The only thing I can't hire is those intangible common sense skills. When you portray that to the prospective employer, say, look, I am trainable, I am coachable, I will listen to what you tell me to do, and I will do it the way you tell me to do it. Entry level jobs are a training ground. The employer doesn't expect for you to know everything, and that's why that skill of listening and learning what they want you to do is very valuable. However, it's very valuable to you as well because you're going to get paid. And we don't really care how much. And that's going to be important for you later. However, when you started playing t-ball when you were a little kid, that's where it starts. And then you learn and advance. And if you wouldn't have started playing t-ball, then you don't get to play in the major leagues, make millions of dollars playing baseball. So you need to be looking around and learning. And oftentimes, some of the things that you learn are going to be the way not to do it. You're going to see your coworkers calling in sick. You're going to see a bad boss who's bad to the employees. And if you follow this path at Hope Metaversity, you're going to find yourself being a manager a lot sooner than you think, because people that are learning this craft and are responsible and dependable and have a good attitude, those people are given more responsibility. And with more responsibility, you're given more money. So as you go along in your working life, remember that it's just a proving ground for you to learn, get some money along the way, and take advantage of that learning experience. I am going to conclude this section of learning about work and employers and what they want by saying this one thing. Attitude at this point is king. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Absolutely. Run. Walk fast to wherever you're going. Do it faster than the next employee. Make sure that you have a great attitude. You're learning something new every single day. Make sure that you're fulfilling all of your responsibilities that they ask you to do. Then look for something that they didn't ask you to do and do it. Clean something. While you're standing around waiting for customers, clean something. Arrange something. Organize something. Fill in stock that's missing. Always be busy. Always be pleasant. Always remember, the customer is the most important person that you're going to deal with. The second one is going to be your manager and your relationship that you have with your coworkers. They are your coworkers. They are not your friends. When you're at work, be pleasant, but don't get too friendly with your coworkers. And you're going to find out later why you do that. But thank you for watching How to Learn About Work and Employers, and I will see you on the next section.